eba jumedi so bedwam on Adom TV multi TV live we also see the person mo jumedi no ebro o text message line 1760 Telma Nanaya Dominic Kenoto system nintino mon kama no ntum na mo monitor ade na mon komo nyum. Well all text message bre and ajibre na ya kenkan ni nyina so ede ama kama and pay Dr. Richard Anane ONCA oyere maame da form na me on the 31st of May and I compare chakwan Mrs. Anane yako 107 de o maame wa baby emisi nyina be shifita na yakojam kama maame ka say pense mu bre free joada copy meye fiada lucky about center for one other Roma and a research media way at the ebro. Yade bi ada ne krankro eda osu biara o de kodom lucky about a center no na oni to ase prekope e de amara de ada Roma. They say stroke, akomayare typhoid, kidney and lungs infection, and wachi udu si anima na ato ne kasa unante kakra so ana wabre. Se o konfichira obi aso te onka odo lucky herbala ade on bebo kwanso nkoso kra. Wona bi nkrabata ahodo miensa oniti ankasa de ewo eye gomwa ogwa krom woniba junction aguna swedro kwantimpon so wona ko bi nkrabata foforo o Kumasi Abrepo junction one da eye Shell filling station total filling station in Tempe sounds like kaswan so nyanya adokwa no so unhu ewo hono odu ani kire enkran ha Kaneshi First Light one ni Accra Academy and di enimhwe no mi no om de abadwa so eye Lucky Herbal Bitters ekutia koko ana mixture no so kutia malaria nti kope bito na embo kwanso so first number si 0243201244 and 0277465855 Junior Dr. Yaboa arape ya chia oni wadwuma efo nya ya je di se bibibia ekoso kama ewo honom arape se mfo mensa na da eye proti de bere mai kwan a na ya timi akekari nya ne mo text message on 1760 Oko NDC Amanyo Kunuma, a deputy general secretary for the party, Era Kofi Adams, Ewa Hanum say, Anapay, Moa Chamwa Kwaba, JC BBI, kama. And opposition party, Ghana's largest opposition party, the New Patriotic Party, national organizer, John Bodu, and so Abakaisa. John, matching Akwaba so. Adom party work. The only thing is any baby because Nema means they describe and I'm 2 years at Monco economic friendly. The kind of policy shield they say unpatriotic. I say and yet Ghanaian. They say wow. Chairman Adoko Kasamike. Masa. These are they finally realize a new unpatriotic party.
Okay, we say they are OG views from people, but one person here in this almost all the time. So Nema Ekobone. Yisika a leakages ni ebe economy ye take decision a de ehunsu sanso no enye magana enye ma economy ni eka na NDC for ebe didi atema adoko kan na ya no we oga say ye kan political party a ye dia na say zombie mu na mo na mu didi ni emeji asa Thursday first time I national forum abra NDC ba power Obakaya 2009 a national forum on education as to say young continue with the 3 or 4 senior highway New Patriotic Party will be an invitation Zomo koye whatever outcomes omoye no mupia even at that meeting you will know. So you see them maintaining 4 years now. They went ahead and did it for 3 years. Now, about a month or 2 ago, almost we on single spine, whatever. And I'm about yet a national forum on whatever. Yet your new patriotic party will be on my invitation. Say I'm bravi. As a Thursday, and TME, as a Thursday, elected officers, CIA, your ranking members of parliament minority lead than any deputies. On normal discussion to know, say, Omojumana Kosi saying, then a bit me I bois, then a bit me I hear my interactions. I am more. Now I strengthen Omojumana, Yansu Juma Apostle. Yeah, the Poncrana will be raised. Yes, national economic forum be. Yet, as a Thursday. Almost say, yeah, dear no on Monday. Obian Bray invitation, bia. Obian invitation, and yeah, dear mama, because the national forums are almost invited. They be almost person, almost forum, almost we are, almost outcomes, and the person even the minority wanted to have a press conference on Friday on we be about documents via a buying at the Akoma World Bank. In it, estate clearly say there will be downsizing or in their view, right sizing of the civil service and all that. I'm feeling say, and yet enough because over here budget statement. So over here BBC, okay, was say womb. Then I'll call and based on that, what the loan agreement about Parliament. About $30 million loan. Would the $10 million grant component a woman? Would they make Ghana Statistical Services? Normally they are downsizing workers, about 300 workers by 2015. John person I say no. Mama on your press conference answer because you need all those examples mama about national forums who were not invited now. Ebi ana almost invitation. See you have to. Friday, ye few officers are not tuned for program. And I'm giving you the chronicle of what happened. Friday, ye few officers by being few 12. Actually, crabs are for you, mem cry, and office for friends say, you say, you the invitation about invite national chairman. Now, all to me, Omo Obi Emra. Say, I say, forum, I want them that. Say, no, say. A national forum, Jim call for Adrian. Meaning that there are better ways of doing it. And I think, say, our decision not to go has even been vindicated by comments and statement by even the finance minister. Finance minister say, any new ideas beyond on we are only coming there to endorse what they've already presented to IMF. Yes, I know. It is almost too far, almost Kikano. It will be better. No, you just have to listen to him and laugh. But that's what it is meant.
But the other side is that at the end of Vice President Krakan was clearly whether person can official because a serious forum no officer moko. Into moon to say the Vice President Akamoto or the Bokatani the Bokatani Kasafidia Hodos, and then no one by Jima too. The issue about time Monsaka Kratano, not party nintini Emma Obia and see your name just to even observe the Ebecoso, na Debia Senti, Yanko Casa Modia, Yanko Juno Mine one. Namunqua much from Jose de Munko Juno Mine. Master, dear, say, what to say a announcement. Say a journalist forum or baby, no announcement now. No, I prepare journalist and Janako. Oh, could you answer? Anamba, Sanabe. Who Wankasa? Sanabe. Abra ya ye be before. Yakaso journalist Besia. Ya invite oh. Now, yes. And especially where I dare know if it is true, say very important. But from the finance minister, important to the extent say, Omoko Jidi Omankasa Yeno Atum Anambwa. And some quantities and you never to me at Rahabo Mamaso. But Sanka idea said over the years, yeah, economy say kwa nanka omunjin to afidi clearly o magia to me nka before ebi ebeka say ye ko enim ye pe broad consultation the consensus of the man no nke betra say with we say
say na ye pese ye mo adwene sen there na contribution be na mo wo ni ehun say ye bibia ye nyina wi a ya kan bom roadmap towards it enie in the interim in the medium term no say na ye pese ye to access certain funds and grants in it no say na ye pese ye na chese ehun say ye de akomapa ene enisuade hu pa ene ye beto ntumi entutu abo aho na ofa me kire me say abo aben na no so je ben no.
So we are convinced the decision I'm taking is
me jitumpa say a very good decision, and given the chance we take such decisions again if government will decide say on, because can you imagine individuals are omo be kono yamo prime information that o amomo materials na honorable Safomafo also no ya breno and letter no ye throw letter no on the 2nd of May from Flagstaff House to the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party. This has been you understand? It was deliberate, clearly.
Right.
And I don't see what government sought to achieve with that. And I mean, they say, at least with the NDC, with all the difficulties, many Yao Jan, on a discussion, he said, I didn't organize this, yes, sir. Say, I didn't mujiri say here, Mukamo, Proma, Jia. Or send the invitation call background DNA to GDS organizers. And I think this is a much responsible way of looking at.
All right.
We ask for Adeko Kamu.
But Kofi, can it be looked at said John can say a deliberate ploy on the part of probably, I don't know whether organizers and party interests and politics in why would that deliberate act take place? Ebra Yakwajina idea in Ghana Kanko on the Ghana Pujo.
You know, Omo Mukade deliberate now called there will be someone where deliberate in the free. It's unfortunately, you know, Muni anything ya a casa kekena Omoka to first and foremost, Maminchia Omo Muti and Ope Omuso Omuhia World TV. So now Menka so there at the education forum there was no consensus there. My revert to 3 years, and it's Minya John Rekasa, and no, I don't think that he's peddling the right information. 2, the whole forum now any dialogue involve political parties or targeted at a section of the economic society of this country. At TUC, Ministry of Finance, Bank of Ghana, employers, and the a band program or one targeted group.
But I would not want to slight one person like Ekriadonko. What was the presence for Ekriadonko for?
Why? May come and say, because of assembly make a whole dialogue earlier now or can assembly young free MP.
I thought you were talking about
now it wasn't a platform for parties or for a different purpose and a different agenda, and that forum achieved a certain set target. It achieves a set objective. Omu issue a kind of community which they are working with. Now year program reference was made to the whole meeting as part of some of the collaborative activities so I know the one in Yajin crowd there because young friend one war maybe say CP before year meeting now more frewa na Ghana so any independence also because CP before year meeting on one frewa year independence program womba no eno yemfa sa suban na mfa mbumai. On the issue of late invitation and I say young fan krata nkoma hon unima say wo wa butere na wonya this wonya time ubisa ena wo be hu information no senka omanka even as MPP omukoyo meeting no senka omu frɛ omu chairman of the economic team oye ya wasafuma for honorable so omu senka omu frɛ na nka maybe nsɛmma a ɔka no wɔ asɛmpa na ano a metie ya mituma ka de ɔka nyasa asɛmpa ɔka asɛmma edobia na komado no nka resist issues no was Thursday meeting because nani bu efupa.
But as it stands now, all committees are dissolved. The last press conference, MPP chairman.
I am saying that and also or no, that is what he said.
That is so.
That is what he said.
Committees, you say, Unimara de, say Google committees na there.
And America there, that's what he said. So Mugugu, for me for now. So for me for there. Then it means that the people we have something like caretaker. We have something like caretaker situation. And he say like collapse on cry. Still they are in a transition phase. Because we Google committees the party will not consult any brains. They more kokabibi about the economy. Nipana the immediate past Yemfano Cross the chairman of the economic team Krano.
We in a film.
Namu in a film. Mumbisano Bibia, mon friend in Bisan. Namu take a decision. And he was very angry. Menyesha said with him was he was very angry and he thought that that decision was bad. Nanso oye party man say omu friend omu ka kire he will abide by the decision of the but he thought that a very bad decision. With ye ora Kwame Pienim o say ono oye Catholic Orbano one frere Pope and Cardinal in Bisan there are the Catholics converging there and sana okoye or sanso ye in terms of ethnicity no ya Ashanti one frere utumfo in Bisan there Ashanti is a baho and sana by okoho because na kumada Ghana ho onimde ye kojo ni Ghana ho so obi biara na kumada Ghana ho no ye friend there ombrambe ye juma odin puntu bebre o man no obeko because unkonku beside there who is assembling and who is not assembling. Many are there me come out saying they say ye na ye papa maybe ye ne ba say ya yeti hey ye jaye nipa ko but ye ma me no ye different maybe una we ye first child and I mean me ye second child maybe John Boy do ye third child and he me no ye ma me de one ye papa antibio na maybe John no mu omo papa ti na omo mama because omo mama na say she worry ye papa na ye ma suggestions bi de o ye papa odidi a ma onum so immediately because onum so immediately e be affect the system ana okoda so a under a mosquito net and yes malaria betini na maybe John no man che da ye no sa omo say oh no wodidi na wonum so a e na e be boa enti num so na bibiba maybe ye ba sani na ye a doctor for no mo frɛ de o yembra na yembedwun yem papa ne yareba ho a yesu because me ka kire ho na ma onum nso se odidi a ana time a mo de bɔ ma amanye ze yem papa yare na ye so short nti me a oye me ba na me ye doctor no me meka ho wo so a maybe wo ye nurse no wo so maybe me meka ho because John no man bɔ ma amanye ntem at the end of the day can you pretend to love your father again? Can you get out there to go and say that, oh, Papa, no, don't know. So, for me, the basis of short notification, because according to the MPP, or more ideas you know already, and the time men are moving here to go and prepare on what? With any pakura also, oh, here, Maho, ideas you know, or more professor ideas you know already. With you, this also, oh, Yamahon, enough time to prepare. Party in Penifon no Mokaso, with first vice chairman, Freddie Blay. Also, oh, ya more enough time they won't be prepared. With ye Obiswa, the Nana Comiers and the rest are, or more ye ready. Bibia solutions, or more professor solutions, already. And why are you complaining of time? I didn't say why you're ready. Who Bibia or whole solutions, no, yes, bra. Name in Iron Tinase. Na yen kan wasem fa wadwen bra nso memfa me dem bra wo fa wo de bra na yen bobo hu na yen hu de oh wo de na wo kan yi yen sure there possible it will be subjected to proper analysis and scrutiny. Now at the end of the day no you agree there okay this is the way to go na yen fanfan ye djuma na oh sorry I was oh member because notice in a month. Meanwhile long before the Thursday no more can economic dialogue, National Economic Forum, look, me tie nkrophobia before omo ko forum no kra no. Adwon a omo de koye, nsem a omo kan ye. Ene, minim se wutie mo sister station Adom FM. Omo interview Franklin Kujo. Look, he has come out and has given thumbs up for the discussions at Ekoso. And even a bit more instead of focusing on many of the people, oh no, more locate oh, and Equiadonko, or more mocky Equiadonko. And I was surprised about Nana Komianra, the way a man or as if they Equiadonko the Yansabian in it team. Why? Economic solutions does not lie in only on one question in books. A bit or practical knowledge of things. Look, we call Makola market.
But that's where I made ban because
now we because
some of the inputs that came was that Forex Bureau for crowd operators in the crowd. They should have been part of this discussion. They don't quite but yeah. Makola Women Association, more practical economics no form of tantamount to forced foreign. But these people were left out. And the interview, probably some of us who have a challenge that listening to a Kradonko on Adom FM. You say the question, I say, or the baby papa be, papa be, or the papa. How can such a forum with national seriousness in character?
Who are in the media circles?
No, me the main person on this because it's national. I think that we have
who are in the media circles. Look, John Naoti Hai, or depend on question I will be bisana. You realize that a ban on the area of economy, he has a very high level understanding. On another occasion, so sometimes we may be no question bia, or beka bibia, why you may or more mutino. They as if they are frivolous. So you to me locate a 1 minute oh no let us get you see it is was that the only thing she said on that John but your convenience situation here. Next year you kill the person. But the issue is that and then it's a question Captain Smart Busa and Bino. Minadati. For instance, the airport is fine here continuing home. Your Imuayo the Mayan. So they're not Ghana from Basia. Because if indeed we want people to go and brainstorm about Ghana, nobody can narrate in the mind. So, but especially when we are even debating revenue. Look at me. I'm the one that you are asking about your crowd. Don't look at John. Look at
John.
Look at why you may have for a very long time. When in there we interview Nkrofa. Yeah, will be no more. Will be some question straight away, or make to the point. Yeah, will be no more. Or move BT around until you as a host, no, over try and sana when you will pay free nipano. It's the same thing with even teaching. Look, Abofrabi when we a teacher now when you have a now one can be beer. Over there after reading the first 2-3 paragraphs, over there Abofrano.
But if we don't set standards for as a country, if we don't set the standards clear,
it does anything a forum. Anything a forum, no, you're chairman, you're facilitators, you're facilitators, and you're rapporteurs. The work of the chairman and facilitators is there to direct the meeting. And until I'm about Franklin Kujo, I said. He was shocked about very wonderful suggestions that came from Ekwadonko on areas to do with energy and farming, agriculture. And in America, the idea biaba. No more in how to develop it into this, mobile development into a workable document. 2, this time around, there was the need for participation of what? Political parties. Ekwadonko. Your founder,
organizer,
please. Chairman. Or your founder of a party. And this say invite a party, no. Now mutina ho na omwadwen on the oh ekwadonko no nkwa instead of maybe chairman and now general secretary and now any other officer. And who are we to question the decision of that part?
Because what does this economic forum seek to achieve?
The objectives, they are short term, they are long term. So we find out now the thematic areas that were even to be looked at. For example, the first thematic area is to restoring macroeconomic stability, and that was the first thematic area. And a group was to do discussions on that. Questions be by the end of more discussions, are existing measures adequate to safeguard budget objectives, reinvigorating the reform agenda, fiscal reforms, monetary policy, external trade, exchange rate, fiscal responsibility, broadening tax rates, size of government in economy, instilling discipline. Many issues were cut in two. Strengthening the role of the private sector in achieving inclusive and sustainable growth and development. Almost, I know you do and some do or the to be able to arrive at this. The private sector as an engine for social and economic development. The role of the private sector, the role of SMEs and innovations of social development. We caught him three issues of economic management. This is the committee team on responsible for economic management, roles and functions, public sector productivity, economic management capacity, role of external financing, IMF support, question, encouraging the spirit of public-private partnership, implementation, monitoring and evaluation. We caught him 5 unlocking the potential for long-term economic development. Team 4, financial markets and long-term economic growth. The Hana Dr. Kwesibuchi, so or chair. Then the last but not the least, developing an effective communication strategy. Now, some of the things are political parties' responsibilities. And the political parties, the issue of implementing some medium to long-term program. Programs are issue a roadmap for implementation on the consensus strategy. That was why the MPP there, was a real minus. Because we are Kua Mopetumi. Nasa Ghana for you could shower, then you bobo adrian alpha, say no there, econo, ebano energy, ebano monetary share, say no there, echo, say no there, echo. Namu Martina outside. The better then I had the 2 million one some because you had the show on some program Ben and mobile implemented. Are you now coming to call another dialogue again and
so
agree
this politics impact all parties?
Oh sure.
This is a guideline for all parties.
Sure, a guideline for various and two or can be about base documents are young fan command. And I make a day and come more free yaw suffer for honorable or mubisa and capacity combenia anui to that. Because the vice president or the overall chairman for conference, my indication there, the forum intended to impose ideas. And the working documents and our base documents the chairpersons and facilitators, to give them some information. They are being invited because now a certain working experience. And the Omumbra no Mumfa Omwajumbra is not a critique forum. And your forum there obi the ne krata abiaba wo kona ko critique.
But MPP lacks all this background information.
So you could ask for further and better particulars. Ya was safuma for oye economic committee chairman and a council chairman for Eastern region and the rest. No catch on. Also, Nensaka documents earlier.
So because that is where that deliberate attempt on the part of event organizers, because
all
an individual
no, he wasn't just being.
But in his capacity as a facilitator,
he was chairing a sub committee.
But that is the point.
He was chairing. In America, the MPP is not going to chair a committee. The MPP already omwaka chair there. Omo solutions, omwaka many. So come, Mumbra. Mumfa Munipambra, no better like all the other parties are modi of Munipabra. Now ideas now Muwano, Mumfambra table no do. Now you discuss bet obia, obey chairman, obey facilitator, or there onya some advanced information, onya conference material, how to guide the program so that you're able to may elicit information. Today, maybe you call World Cup and more report on elections. Maybe I in the media circles. More penny for mobile anchor persons, you know, your friend home, your then orientation. So that Mubatum I elicit information every in the way to go about it. That is what the chairman needed to have some advanced information. The Badwam, Nyansabia Ewo MPP Nipawa Obeba, the chairman will be able to draw out as much as possible from Sanipano. Mwamba, you will not be able to contribute to the progress of this country. And a lot more persons were worried.
Okay, all right. But 1760 now the text message number. John Monsem back with him member. Now the text message number. Kofi Adams one is a deputy general secretary, Emma NDC Amajakono, national organizer for the New Patriotic Party, and so Wayfree chief operating officer, Multi TV. Happy birthday to Mr. Lawrence Brown Aferi, donor from Enzo of Art Bank. Lots of love and best wishes from your wife, Jemima, and Nkwadani and you know. But John, more that's what committees about here we are more where because contrary to yourself, Mafukano, as chairman of the finance committee, those committees were in place.
Economic committee.
You see, average or something for or you be a or yadi. And no. Oh, no, and this is for ya. Dano meni mutala. Yeah, press conference on the economy. Mutala say. Or something because or conference. At the conference, no, Satani up to for HIPIC for 2 years in a rapid succession. It may achieve certain basic way level. They qualify at decision point. No. Finance Minister for Germany. I can say quickly on TB Crowder. Into your debt, I know more or back cancel. But you don't determine what
can
you I think you just have to keep quiet. Hold on, Emma, who decided that look, we need an assent. You will say, me come a parliament near Kojitum. So some focus of Ghana and over Pobi, Emma. Because they are catching and say, I'll cancel your debt immediately. Or or G, am I cancel our debt? Then you are broso. A bag can say, oh, Nipano cancel, cancel that. One trample and I declare what people so about cancel. It has been a dent on us forever. Say anytime he makes a statement, and then please, don't ask me questions.
No, I'm asking whether anything
because who feel say this point will better enhance your woeful and wobbling invitation, you know. And now it is good say no yet. Maybe going forward now who say, can you please Adom? You understand? If it's good say you who say after yourself from after Makan way you know. You form committees for election campaign. Me secretary to the economics committee. You campaign, no, all committees of the campaign, you as a party, no, your committees, sector committees are a what party, I a finance committee. Finance committee, you know, Dr. Anthony Akoto Osei, and the chairman of that committee. Our ranking member of our party in parliament. Do we have discussion? Even that meeting, it was not economics discussion. Obiara my invitation via for any program. There then a conference of Marvel say, steering committee or something for better. And nobody, it wasn't part of the agenda. Do you then who say, we put up in the young conference, Obiara committee chairman, a tremono. Abra substantive finance committee chairman at your. You see, this thing about well, it's good for them because it let them look good because Obikra will say on your cry. It is so kata. He has no competence to talk about economy. He has no whatever. And like he's saying, Imani Ghana. And or say Franklin Kujo. Oh, it's not sometimes no. Say idea or memo ha. Based on
no, I just want to make a short point. If you allow me, John, me and you, no discussions. It goes way above those kind of. I use examples of critical minds. When you say because Imani as a group, as a think tank, and Franklin as a person has been very critical of what government issues and even about this forum.
I don't think.
And in the comments, very important.
It doesn't matter whether today is important. But most of all, especially be a young taxes. It's na comment back. Adia aban ye nyema na enye na obi ka na mutumi fa nipa te say nipa ne hu hia kra he has no capacity meanwhile wa kasa kra no
capacity of
and do no just because say ato aba into wa be deputy minister and I be minister and they are making I'm saying say maybe you will learn from this and your people who talk anyhow on especially matters of national concern because nipa ne ya adwinti no. Not to say, Nipano, Nobia. Look at these measures that was brought by Bank of Ghana. Look at even the way Almost at the end of Krabai. Your National Economics Committee, in charge of economic management of this country. You issue such a restrictive exchange control regime. Abraham Bomamanie. You do all these things. Obi Bekan, not as a Nipano, and because and the radio. Waka maka and that is all.
You don't subject it to.
You understand? There are many cases on the say a percent or my tumpon ye. All these problems are about the hole, the big gaping hole economy. Any idea it was things that we deliberately did to cause the hole.
Like
say my contracts. Ghana ha. No, what I say, Obi Enkofan Kwala 3,000 every month. I buy Betty Sika Masani Pano. No Monkoya Galamse. Omutu gold na, Omon Fam Brabine. Nipakra, I buy Sika man every month on the far gold na, Open economy in the
one I choose animal.
According to GIDA reports, there was youth in mining.
Hey.
I bind it 3,000 every 2011, Nipa 2,000. 2012, Nipa 3,000. To say who individual, Franco for 3,000 every month. I buy me more.
Can be buy ho?
And buy ho.
There is sense can man.
There is sense can man to encourage Galamsey youth in mining. Omutu gold na Nipa crown the far gold no. Now every month I buy HUS Sikama Nipa no. We are buying now. Oh, my contract say YNCC portals, and this portals issue. Unim your friend is Mutala Mohammed. Deputy Minister.
Are we discussing Mutala?
We are discussing governance.
Oh,
and they are the people. No, we are discussing governance. What to me and read Ramono? There are two don't pay. Why be Jina acquainting fee? I don't sub Ben Kuma invite me. Say member. Na me me yeden
ahotira bent say adwini nyina nkambo
adwin ben wo wi nam no na oni za ahotira beba wo titi ska debi we don't have to say that etwem say den this attitude this attitude look as late as August 2012 aba President Mills wu here the president did what you call a critical paper it can clearly say ono this thing about say election now and until over expenditure be no onye. What happened? What happened? You understand? It want to me deliberately because of election. Can you imagine say who way aban wo to say minia it nka DMBO na over can abra sa ho see apart from critical fundamental issues about the structure of our party, of our economy. I know matters. Sometimes Grania Forum say near discussing. So they are working issues relating to foreign exchange, Forest Bureau for you. The kind of ideas I can tell you as we speak now. Ushe Togo, Cote d'Ivoire. Dollar in Cote d'Ivoire very expensive. Cheaper.
No, dollar is cheaper in Cote d'Ivoire, but expensive in Togo.
In Cote d'Ivoire.
So they take the CFA
expensive in
Togo. Yeah.
Into forest view of we.
They take the CFA from Togo, go and change into dollar, and come and sell.
Just that. Apart from that, because of the weaker currency I want into, ama your cocoa price no, I am very cheap in Ghana. Into your cocoa, yenya tonnage yepe over the year. A simple matter. We no yenya then. You understand? These are issues mean did it say here high ranking whatever to know say na air cost. Uber free zones. Well, sometimes and I believe strongly say maybe this will set the tone for proper dialoguing going forward, for proper respect for people, because to me way Obiti says Solomon cancer. I think I can say Dr. Baumia the one bomb papa. Onim ekon. Nipa no nim difference between demand and supply careful. It's because of politics. Say Obi Abe can be keke no. You go and say this is, and the person will not even have the right or even the opportunity to respond. Then oh yet the psyche of this nation. Because nyese nipa na sema aye kanokra no eyentro. Eno na abesi ye nyina enim say ye me say anya hu bibia kojoto and I hear economy. For me, you know, I think said this thing about obi economic thing we need a much ado about nothing. You understand? Because there was nowhere at that meeting, you know, even we could call or something because it wasn't a meeting for economic.
But John,
let me tell you one
fraction. If your party keeps saying a much ado about nothing, I can't hear both.
Oh, they don't say the American. The American in reference to this new way of say after look, let me tell you. And me, some of these things only me had discussion and discussion be based on the I won't lie for anything. Ukraine, you know, Thursday enumerate. Me coffee ana honorable Safuma for me. So when your invitation to economic whatever, yeah, way. In can me as secretary to the economics committee and the national organizer. Can mean someone the economics team, no. And this should tell you, say, you can't economy. Apart from saying me manifesto as a party, this is what I think should be the way forward, you know. Any decision in economics, you know, must be based on the real facts. It is a 2012 a manifesto am I here will not be a basis for even advising anybody. Because Abraham no massively. So, it's not properly speaking, it's a dream power. Government will have to tell you the truth. Say, these are the conditions now. These are the decisions I'm taking to resolve those problems. It is based on their work taking on short-term measures are based on situation now the best advice. Long-term measures are and also with different views. I'm sorry, and to say here program and now we invite me say maybe kasa or exchange rate. So that's not how economics is. Oh yeah, one second. The no only my Greek move there, but who cry Greek how you only say emra yedidua emre twema.
Need you Eddie.
Need ya Ed.
And a scientific approach.
Irrigational farming. Beche John Powell, but maybe I only baby a honor meet no. Senka Honorable Yaw Safoma for friend as secretary to the defunct economic committee. Nothing called fresh meeting now. All these issues now, the base documents, you know, of course, you are suffering or a mass meeting without the base documents are here the command. No, John, very important. No, very important. Senka wo fresh meeting no. Na you are suffering for Bahwa Oba or the base documents.
Because going forward,
John, Mami, this issue. Yebeka be a problem also with me. You economy now. Anything meaning yajin. Because senka ya usafoma for ba za meeting now.
Or the
document meeting now also friend. No
background.
That's the move.
Any economic meeting. The
Omahini, Omo, Merapa, baby, or come once a mayor.
Now, confusion, they're okay, they also suffer for some opposite.
No. And I say, okay, baby, Mammy Chance and America, equality here. There should be equity in the sharing of the time. Mama, or interjecting. The way I allow him to flow. The way I allow him to flow.
But my main doc of your is of course in Libya. Also, what's my record here, do? By judging the interest of Mr.
Atuba is one of the most fairest ladies I ever. Okay, Omahini. As a man, American. One. Then, Kofa, your friend, Mumbra, you invite him based on some experiences. The fact that Nipana, you one mistake or the other in the past, and then Nipana experience. Sometimes, our negative experience, a positive for growth. A bit of what decision be we take here, and now Adibia Wokai, Obia Sunya from Bibia or year 1 year. It is only a fool that will not learn from Bibia Nipan year now 1 year. So, Obiba to my mistake be in the past. Because of that, Kofobi Befa, no one some day say Nanipanati. Now, so as a person, no one will be free. So, yes, so Safomafo would have made mistakes in the past and forward concerned to do it. But it doesn't take away the fact that why finance minister or and economic management minister or were taking some major decisions. Or meeting now, you will be able to share ideas. As for right sizing of because of that into Mumba, there was a discussion, economic discussion at Alisa. Your finance committee chair, Honorable Anthony Akoto say, was one of the persons only did that suggestion about government, the issue of right sizing and the issue of suspending or proposing that idea. If it was a bad economic idea, how on earth will such a person also to propose society? And look, you see, look, our politics since 1992 has been full of those levels of what? Insults. Senka, economic dialogue MPPA under the auspices of President J. Kufuor, Honorable Asimambo Atini Delali. Because the situation was so hot to the point that Oma Yechro Kratakra Koma Aban at that time, signed by Alaji Mama Idrisu. But Omofra economic dialogue, Yankade, the way a manner we were being dressed there, as if we are a bunch of criminal elements, and Yanko dialogue. Right. That was why the president was saying that Ono as minority member, that dialogue. Bank of Ghana, John Nim, and he knows too well that Bank of Ghana has a certain high level of what? Independence. And yet decision be our taking order or report to the economic management. But my last point, no, very important. You see, there have been all attempts there, Yebe discrediting forum, even including tacit support of some media outlets, and without any basic information. Ebinumu say, oh, Nipa 300, Nipa 400, no more kodaho. You're best spending so much money without even cross-checking. The Nipa no more that. And all that. But they are putting out information there just to discredit. Look, Nipa Omoda, they are not more than 90. They are not more than 90. Nipa or more than they are not more than 90. They are not more than 90. And this attempt to make it look like and almost
to solve this and answer we are. Me, I'm not so much concerned about the value, the cost,
but the import,
to try and defend it.
All right, roughly about 80 people now.
Yeah,
committee members.
Not more than 90. That's my word. Not more than 90. And no more than. Even St. Royals, one and Casacra, or more than about 84. Or more than meaning though, or we are occupiable. We
are so wrong.
No.
You've gone to work on meetings for Akosombo before. Yeah, meetings for Akosombo.
Would you allow me?
For instance, Akosombo.
You were complaining of your time. You wanted to stop me, but when you
the finality on this, no. Tinipa be 84 now because they fooled up.
Yes. And the American, if you talk about and you use St. Royals rate to make it look like Ubia Obeda, this was how much Nipa Nutia, and you know, because the other adjoining hotels are Mupiki, other persons, you know. You know, Untia Sasikan, conclude, of course, or the a lot of issues were manifest in one or can one say me. They be a take partisan position on debate. Say about me acquire any presentation, bina maybe me ho. Na me join there is slighting this way, make one on a partisan platform. But ya free bia. Why do you power no bra? Na yentra was on mine, na yenjin on mine, and yet no longer MPP platform and now NDC ni responding on NDC platform and a CPP no card. Yen na yen ko na ya adwene ko fako na yen tumi bobo hu na yen de okay ya ebeye ya
lucky about clinic for other ana ya CP. Lucky about for the Jara Company Shada, Elijimede with Airbro, Orange Kramatano, Kumasi Abripo Junction, Kaswa Inadu, Anafi, Aye Gomoa, Aye Agnational Quantum. Text message is about 1760, Abba King, but number in the Fafre Lucky about for 0243 201244 and 0277 465855. Pamucho Mwa Kumasi Sunyani Ana Afi Aye. Techiman, Munti, a mobile van clinic, a dear Ebaha and a semi-duo, and Chebia Sunyani, 26 May, the place, 10 a.m. Pepe, Naya Honia New Digimo Quazo. We seem to be about Digibox, no one of his superstore to be so, and also a idea we share on them. Techiman, on the 28th of May, our Jewa Hotel, 28th of May, our Jewa Hotel, 10 a.m. Pepe, na Uhuyen. And after 29th of May, Kumasi Cultural Center, and also Uhuya 2 p.m. Make sure that although Digibox is seen to be on near to me SCC at the amount. First number is 0244 366 913 and 0244 340 415 and 0244 340 424. Now, only in the Jumana Bibia intimate because I feel. On Kaihanuswa, Kwabenya 17th to the 18th of May, Madina 24th to 25th of May, Dansuman 31st to the 1st of June, Tema 7th to 8th June, and Africa Kumlemle 14th to 15th June. Na ode abrani etimi ede akenkan enso edema. Media dey say we are aware. Says they say the yakeka, the latest edition to hit Adom TV. Now that 12th of May, Jordan and a shas here, one ohema. Oye, jet, and a sankita odin at by 1760. The next issue, I say, yeah, can't boom a brain into Suba. I said, yeah, to say, I'm on 2 or not to a physical ceremony. I just to say, seem to be a him. And as of April, this very year, no, na inflation, I could do 14.7%. And she was higher since February 2010. Engine in the air, say a chese, no margin, some, and I said, chese, no margin, and I said, and that's so, Honum. John, quickly. I'm a similar coffee or for public consumption.
Yeah, very, because important. I might receive a lot of cost. about Kofi Adams in Zambia Nansia Okaye. Now, also advice in me, me say we a public figure. If I call Freo for interview, when to me I'm boss John Boedu of NPP, and whoever notable person be with NPP. Now wakoka asembone afa. When ana asema enya no kre. Nti se nipa ni bisa asema untumi notice particular person way for MPP. Now to me gira ho kase MPP for chewi any cocaine ewo omo headquarters. Nti na nipa ko e kasa. Me did say e idea because I sit here, me a national organizer of the party. Se ebeche wi a me na meche. Ebeche cocaine a me na meche. So na meche. Nti mache wi e bia manum bi. Nti si a me no ti a. You understand me no ti a ye discussion. E be discussion akosisen. So na meche. And so we are there so now ye mistake. Me did say also unyanu because I can't see any form of vocation that vocation such a comment, especially you who knows a lot of us. We've been relating with you. It is a nipa notable person be no kaya because if you say why in MPP no kaya, you can't say Asmesi and all Benton. And now we can say Facebook for something. I think say a BBA because ebufu e wo honye ebufu kitwa on the channel mesre so be to me ambasa on qualify apology na be nyefa ebedu baby no gamba up ebedu be obi at me in program from the New Patriotic Party ebeba o frame me na Kofi Adams na eba member because e bia me di me we amache na we for no so abegina ebe create more problems for us. I think say ye nyina ye mistakes because by one or two places I may say or apologize. Now it was more insulting. More insulting. Listeners now apologize. More insulting. Say listeners now am I offended of what I say? Me promocho now MPP for I think Bibia he's a brother and I think he need to do that.
So no also between the two of you, way back into them. Maybe quickly, so if you want to talk about it.
So when it gets my turn, I will
all right.
Say there are other issues or more. But if so, me chance there. Look, this issue. Ma kanwa semikade mimpede meko sa sem no hobium. I think I granted interview with Captain Smart on Adom FM, and that was my last interview. Okay, FM for frame. And we say, so my your margin there movable tape now. And sign a crowd my frame. I'm not ready to comment on that tape any longer because I've said what I wanted to say about it. For Peace FM, for Adom FM, and Hot FM. And I made it very clear. I'm surprised that John Becker there only listeners. I made it quite clear that it is, you know, John Pensa, that MPP Penny for me no one relate so well. A minimum there or more community or more kasa or there or more can yansa same. Say my anger added them up. I'm very sorry. And to the listeners, to the general listeners, omonim there, I don't speak that way. I apologize to them also. But yes, suma communicators. That one I only added advice because look, ebinumu wa omukwa number omumbo number issue no dahwa yebeka issue no, they would never talk about the issue. No more picky personalities. No more come hunsem bebre omunim de no kwebia na bi wa respond ya no pa wa respond ewia na enyumro kwa na still omuka. Sometimes the same person. The same person from platform to platform. It has a monk of bebre, no. Sometimes we friend for to make comment on political issues. Because of this type of virulent communicators across the parties. Or just in the MPP. Yes, I was angered. But I felt that Melan Kati and some fair producer no daddy. Saying come frame me back because that was what I told the producer I was going to do. because I felt that I was overly angered to do what I have done. But sometimes also, you're very careful. Yes, someone as communicators, they make the programs very bad. Many John yet discuss. I don't think that anybody will call to say that he's insulting any one of us, and now one more chance there on Frembra program. That is the way it should go. We are disagreeing on the issues. Let's go on that. So for me, I have rendered my apology to many MPP friends and officers. Maybe the party.
Yeah.
But Nyamika, yes, I want to say that particular communicator now, I see no reason why I would apologize to him indeed. Or no, that particular, but I apologize to the party. I have done so. So right. I don't know why.
National organizer,
well, so say only ni pa ya de. Umia on say man ye boom. When I'm it takes nipa me no say me so me no be kona aso na me.
No, we have you.
Oh, and me te peace FM na me te na apology ade my own. But so the no sometimes na temper. Let's show so and sometimes no occasion and man into bia nti bet mesre se enkoba ne sadio so agro edi sabi nye party ya keke pontra but ya yebusia your relationships your niema nyina eka ho nye sabi an bibia me ye obi anchi amika you understand am me kopa niema ye campaign ya ko Japan ka owu ya anka eno you understand so we do all these things with the view say yes so contribution kakra
e bi wo hokra anopawa sorry kra no maybe wo bakra no school fees no untu anwie yo but o dey wo tofu well go kan no na wo koye this party ejuma so we agree that or generally sacrificial job voluntary work but ebinumu say atmosphere no you know me that no you know me so well that I don't get
we are unable to discuss the two other issues
I don't
but I really text message me quickly please I want to know from the Minister of Local Government when will Kwahu DC when will Kwahu have a DC what Fakuma Ghana needs independent national policy and happy birthday to Stooges Adom full of cars Kumasi may God bless you and grant you wisdom to learn from that of father and mama comfort Esiama Western region. Today happens to be my 1 year with multimedia from Frank HK Asempa Kofi Check Castro. I know you one season. Please Omine kindly ask for us any MP who comes to your super greatest program with their HIPIC fund has been paid since 2012. Some of them are owing us contractors for what God said that time. Some suppliers are on us and it's really causing problems. John Patrick for graphic front page na radio. Mama Kofi. Charles from Seshi. Mama Kofi. Don't kind my headline. Charles from Seshi. The energy minister effort to handle the energy crisis, in fact, have been superb, especially in my area. Good morning, Maya. Keep up with the good work. But I told you, let us get a share of the morning show greetings. Kwame Jako, Lenda Do. Kwame, Lenda Do. Yeah, some of our plane. Now me far from Kwame Ampa. Lenda Do for you na Chiamo Kwans from Kosokra. Good morning to you, Nanaya. You are doing a great job. And then Nanaya, how are you? I will invite you to Elembele one day. We love you people so much. And good morning, Nanaya. I'm Akpete Shisela. How will I send it to you? Akpete Shisela, how will you send it to Nanaya? Do you know I'm interested? You are Akpete Shisela. How will you send it to Nanaya? But you are off air for Nanaya. Please, why is government decided to pay nurses and pay teachers only 3 months from Wasco? Happy birthday, Reverend Father Joseph Osetitu of St. Martin de Porres, Catholic Church, Ato Swago Kumasi. And what I can say about MPP's refusal to attend the forum is that its economic groups like Ofosukwuachi, Otukono, Sam George, and Abraka are there. Ghana needs no one again. I see. Please remind me, what time did the fight between Bukom Banku and Haiti Powers? And then you may Adajin in 6 o'clock. Asafumafo did not speak like a leader. He should apologize to Kufuor. My name is Wasasu Kumasi. I just like you people. I took a photo with you, two of you. What? Fourth Gardens. Anyway, Fourth Gardens Kumasi. And you want to watch every picture, you from Facebook. All right, don't wrap up. Final words. A lot of text messages.
My final words and Abasoboa, me deba more station. Any more crew Nana ya they will be beside class campaign managers and I think for especially in remote areas of our country areas other stations need to do and I think it's been very, very helpful in my campaign. I not share the value and the power of communication. Me say as national organization mean to me routinely.
He said the PF routinely as a party in the Ghana.
But me catch almost say any time I issue beba who being here say on better me voice I'll try.
Yeah, was a pa.
More yejuma.
Yes, that's a pa. You try to Kofi ebe femo abna say the campaign attach the amana in the That's it. It's you finally. Oh, sure, but deputy in charge. Say more administration, more patience.
Maybe you cry, maybe me contest. Maybe me copy before friend. Maybe me
but you're all cool patience. Atani the late. The late. The late. Now, also moving on.
They appeal to the Ministry of Education and a few others more BBA about the special schools as a man graphic and then say Ibutuma Boama or Mutumu be this tema but as a country, as a mine, and even our for yen approach to our disabled children are very bad. Or really, really very, very bad. If you hokra we reject them into society that as if they omuye no but entisabium deaf and dumb mutumaye nipa papa obeboa o man enti wo bana say nipa no defect bia it doesn't mean that nipa no newie ya ni yen show some love and care yen show some desire and I do hope that the economic forum elkoso senche no or the bibi papa na edebebre o man no president neka say ahoka say all the other speakers are opening forum omoka say Dr. Mwako utie ne comments and the rest are very, very powerful presentation, fact support. Now, me jidi de ye fan sa na ye reduce partisanship na o minor beko nini.
All right, Edamu Inamasi, Edisian Kofi Adams, Deputy General Secretary for the ruling National Democratic Congress. They are advancing the Better Ghana agenda under the biggest opposition party in Ghana, John Bodu, National Organizer, Campaign Managers, Nana Abefo. Also,
yeah, Chamu Abe General Secretary, party.
We don't mind the congress,